This mask right here symbolizes the many faces in Sierra Leone. These people are the men, the women, and the children who are murdered, mutilated, and enslaved by the rebel soldiers. Wondering why? So they could control the millions of dollars waiting to be mined from the diamond fields. The rebel soldiers then take this stone and sell it for a very low price to the diamond industry. The diamond industry then take the stones again, sell it for a bigger profit. And guess what? Guess who buys them? We are buying them. Every time we buy diamonds, we are helping the rebel soldiers to fund their wars by buying more weapons to kill thousands of civilians in Sierra Leone. This, ladies and gentlemen, is what you call blood diamonds. This stone right here that carried the blood of an innocent victims that have died 9 years ago. Sadly, many people think that what happened in Sierra Leone was just an event that happens from the past. But they're wrong. Right now, the trade of blood diamonds from IVory Coast, Venezuela, and recently in Zimbabwe are still finding its way to the consumers. So today, I'm going to talk about why this is still happening and what we can do to improve and help prevent this brutality. So first, why is it still happening? The trade of blood diamonds is still happening because of the weak policy that the diamond industry has. So before understanding the weak policy, I'm going to explain what this policy is and the purpose of it. So this policy actually has a name. They call it the Kimberley process. And the purpose of this policy is to stop the trade in conflict diamonds and ensure that diamonds purchases were not funding violence stated in the Kimberley process policy, which was enforced 8 years ago back in 2003. So how this policy works is basically it's like joining a club where you have to be a member, and in order to be a member of the club, you need to follow certain rules. So this rule, before reading it, I want you guys to listen carefully because this is very important. In the policy, it stated that participants can only legally trade with other participants who have also met the minimum requirements of the scheme. And international shipments of the rough diamonds must be accompanied by a KP certificate, which is a Kimberley process certificate, guaranteeing that they are conflict-free. Do you guys notice the problem in this situation?
They could lie.
They could lie? Yeah, they could lie. Because you know why? They have the ability to lie because there are no third-party participants. And the problem is the diamond industry is trying to make this rules by regulating themselves, verifying themselves whether the diamonds are conflict-free. Just because it's conflict-free doesn't necessarily prove anything. So since there's no third-party participants, it's very tempting for members of the club to violate this policy. According to the Amnesty International, which is an organization from across the world who stands up for humanity and human rights, states that some members of the industry continue to operate with impunity, breaking the law and trading in blood diamonds, while the rest of the industry turns a blind eye. And right now, this is happening. This involves Venezuela and IVory Coast. Unfortunately, many of the consumers are not even aware of this situation. So, since we are letting this action happen, we are turning a blind eye to this situation, costing the lives of many people. Second is, what's the problem with this policy is that the punishment is not taken seriously. For example, Zimbabwe, one of the members of the Kimberley Club, violated this policy. And according to the Global Witness, which is a campaign who runs against natural resource-related conflict, corruption, and human rights abuses, in June 2009, this was only 2 years ago, They found evidence of human rights abuses, armed soldiers managing minors, and cross-border smuggling operation run by officials. Guess what was the punishment was? The punishment was to suspend the trade for at least 6 months. After 6 months, they're back on track again. And as you can see, this is ridiculous because to be honest, it's really stupid because the members are so tempted to break this policy, and it's just the fact that it's going to encourage rebels to sell more diamonds, acquire more stones for the diamond industry, and it's just really easy for the members to violate this policy. And I just hope that, you know, some people, we could do something about this. So, as you can see, the diamond policy needs it's not highly regulated and definitely needs some improvement. So, I want you guys to listen carefully because I'm about to tell you guys 3 things how we can improve this policy. First is that we need a third-party participant who is not a member of the diamond industry and also it's not a non-profit organization who will efficiently and effectively verify whether the diamonds are conflict-free. So this means that instead of the members verifying themselves, the third party is going to get to do that to ensure that the diamonds that the consumers are getting are conflict-free. Second is the punishment needs to be taken seriously because before joining the club, the members needs to be known right away that if you ever break this policy, you're out of the game, which means that your diamonds will be banned from the market. And third is that I need you guys because you are the one that drives the market force. Because all you have to do is be committed of where your diamonds came from before purchasing it. And I know, is it next week? Mother's Day is coming up? And you guys might be thinking about buying earrings and diamond bracelet for your mom. But before you guys purchase the diamonds, these are the questions that Global Witness suggested. Ask them the retailers, ask them what's their policy on blood diamonds. Ask them where it came from and how they audit their supplies. And most importantly, ask them if they audit the supply, is it carried by third-party participants? It's required by law by the diamond industry to answer these questions, and they have to provide a certificate guaranteeing that the diamonds are conflict-free. So basically, if we all insist on these high standards by having a third-party participants, taking the punishment more seriously, and just being aware of where your diamonds came from, telling your family, your friends that we need to be aware of this, we can have very powerful impact by finding and preventing the flow of blood diamonds. Because just asking questions, people from Zimbabwe right now, IVory Coast and Venezuela, we're helping them. Asking questions can save lives. Just remember that.